June 28th. Yeah, the petals. As I'm standing over my bed, checking and rechecking every pocket of my travel bag, I continue muttering to myself as I mark off items in a mental checklist while I go along. And that's underwear. Okay, towels are okay. Shirts? How many shirts? 1, 2, 3, 6 shirts. Okay. Is that enough? Yeah, I guess that's enough. When I was a kid, I tended to leave packing to the last minute. After all, packing is annoying. Packing's boring. Who likes packing? I like packing, motherfucker. But because of that, there was definitely more than one time that I forgot something important. And yeah, sure, it's not too bad when you're in a town just an hour away, or when your coach can help you get more of whatever it is you forgot, no sweat. But when you're on the other side of the country and you forgot to pack underwear, or pants, or shampoo, kind of sane adult wants to go out at 9 p.m. while staying in a hotel in the middle of an unfamiliar city because the 12-year-old they're chaperoning forgot to bring shampoo. So to avoid that, I packed the morning of my trip. That is last minute as hell. Bruh. Pack the day before at the very latest. And I check and recheck everything at least a handful of times, if not more. Obsessive? Maybe a little. Secure? 100%. That's not 100%, man! You know, you wouldn't need to drive yourself crazy over your bag if you hadn't ignored packing until so late. And while I'm going through said obsessive packing, Keisuke is sitting at the other end of the bed, watching me with a smile like this is the funniest thing he's ever seen. Stupid cocky hair with a stupid cocky smile. You call it late. I call it early. I used to be much worse. I'd start packing half an hour before I was supposed to be on the bus. That was being late. That was being incredibly late. This is still being late. Just because you used to be worse doesn't mean that you're good now. I really don't want to hear this from the guy that had somebody else pack and deliver his things. Well, what other choice did I have? If I went back to the estate before the trip, I'm fairly certain I wouldn't have been allowed to come back here. And I did say that I'd only be going back after the trip. I think there's a lot of room between don't go back home at all and never leave home. Yeah. But then again, you're the only one who understands your family's unique brand of insanity, so who am I to talk? Also, you have way too much stuff. Did you really need 3 bags for this trip? Besides your tennis gear? It's what I always pack with me. Makes it 100% sure that I won't miss or forget anything. Man, my back hurts just looking at all that stuff. I don't even want to imagine being the one lugging it all around. Just as long as you don't ask me to carry it for you. I won't. Don't worry that pretty little head of yours so much. Maybe it'll be Alex. Oh, Christ. That's exactly the person we want on this trip right now. I'm still not used to being complimented like this. Don't talk about my head. You're cute, and very easy to fluster, it seems. I'll throw a pillow at you, I swear to God. Heaven forfend? I imagine that's forbid. Not a pillow! It's my only weakness! Such a dick sometimes. And aren't you the lucky one? You're the only person who gets to see me be this much of a dick. What a prize. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's everything I need. I have shirts, pants, shorts, underwear, fur care products, towels. I should be good to go. You said that 5 minutes ago. Don't you have something better to do than watch me pack while criticizing? I could leave, but wouldn't you miss me then? Not from this far away. What do... Ow! You actually threw a pillow at me! What did it... You did say it was your only weakness. Oh, ha ha! Aren't you hilarious? You know it. And you have the gall to say that I'm a dick. Between the two of us, you're definitely the bigger one. I'm not too sure about that. Yours definitely seemed bigger, but then again, it's been a little while. What? Oh my god, I'm not talking about that! Yes, I'm aware. Once again, you're too easy. And once again, shut up! Stop throwing pillows at me! And stop being a wise ass! Aw, but don't you love when I'm a wise ass? Grah! I let it slip once 2 days ago, and he has not let it go! Every time I think I'm regaining my footing, he pulls that card out and teases me about it. It's hard to keep my cool and dish back when he can disarm me so easily. Shut up! Duly noted. I'll stop for now. If only because you seem like your head is about to explode. You are aware that you can just not say these things, right? You don't have to poke the wound and keep teasing me. I've never been the best at leaving well enough alone. Evidently. Aniki, are you taking your regular everyday toothbrush with you on the trip? 'Cause I was in the laundry room and found your leather pouch with your travel toothbrush and some other bathroom stuff in it. Oh crap, I completely forgot! Thanks, Aniki, give me a second. So much for being good to go, huh? You shush! Hey, Aki, thanks for the heads up. No problem. Aki cocks his head to the side, looking past me at my bed. A lot less messy than last time. Good job. Good job? What are you, my boss? I'm just saying you're doing good. That doesn't help your point at all. By the way, will you be going to watch the competition, Akiyoshi-kun? Yeah, our coach was talking about organizing a bus for us to go, since we have a few players from my club competing as well. I didn't know that. So your club has players in the same age bracket as us? It's a private club, so they have players of all ages. Elementary school, high school, adults, elderly. Anyone who wants to join is allowed in, basically. So long as they can play, you mean? Well, yeah, of course. What about you, Keisuke-san? Aniki never says much about it, but how do you feel? Are you nervous? A little bit. Unlike Benjamin, my prospects are nowhere near as rosy. I'm trying to be optimistic, but... You'll do fine! You've improved so much since the prefectural competition that I barely even recognize you as the same player. Thanks, Benjamin. It'll be nice to get to watch you play again. It's been a while. That it has. And what about your club mates? Anyone good that I should look out for? I guess. I think 2 of our guys are seeded. Oh? Well, that's news to me. Seeded players, huh? What are their names? And their ranks? What can you tell me about their playstyles? But when did this turn into an interrogation? Keisuke, relax. You're gonna freak my brother out. Oh, sorry. I can get somewhat intense when it comes to tennis. It's alright. I don't know much about their playstyles since I don't usually bother watching the high schoolers play. If I'm there, I'd much rather play myself, you know. But I do know that they're ranked 13 and 16, I think. That's about right anyway. 13 and 16. I see. Now if that's the case, then they'd be in a completely different bracket from you and I. And the only way you'd ever play against them is if you met in the finals. And there he goes, lost in thought. Doesn't happen all that often, but when it does, it's harder to snap him out of it than when it's June when he spaces out. Keisuke-san? Leave him. He'll probably be stuck in like that for a while. Okay. I quickly put away my little pouch of bathroom thingies while sneaking a few glances at Keisuke from the corner of my eye. keeps muttering stuff to himself, but he does it so quietly that I can't make out the words at all. Even Aki keeps watching him, probably not sure of how to react to that. Is Keisuke-san gonna be okay? He's fine. He's probably thinking so hard about the competition that he's zoning us out entirely. I grabbed the tip of one of Keisuke's ears, tugging on it just hard enough so to make sure that he can't ignore it. Ow, 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 ow. Hey, Poindexter. Jesus. Wake up, people are talking to you and it's rude to ignore others. While Keisuke straightens himself up on his seat after being snapped back to reality. Aki gingerly rubs his own ear as if he were experiencing some kind of sympathy pain. I don't appreciate that. Please don't do it again. Stop zoning out then. Sorry. What were you thinking so hard about anyway? I was thinking over the competition bracket. Trying to run simulations in my head to figure out who I might play against and when. Off the top of your head? That should be. Keisuke nods. I've gone over it enough times that I have most of the important players memorized. Every seeded player from 1 to 8, as well as Yuya Kanosuke, Ayada-kun from our club, and a couple of the other hopefuls that I have figured might make a splash in the competition. Whoa, that's a lot of people. You must have a great memory. It's not so much that about the memory. If you go over it enough times, it becomes very hard to forget. You've got too much time on your hands. So I worry a tiny bit. So what? It's not that big of a deal. I know your definition of small is a little skewed due to walking side by side with Alex a whole lot, but that's not worrying a tiny little bit. What? That doesn't even make sense. It makes a tiny little bit of sense. Now I'm gonna throw a pillow at you. What? Oh no! It's gotten to the point that when a transition happens and Aki is still on the screen, I'm just like, ugh. Once I'd made sure that there was nothing left for me to pack, and by extension, no more time to kill before class, I brought my bag downstairs so it would be ready to go when I swung by later to pick it up, and then we left for school. Okay, good to go. Keisuke. Ooh, here we go. As soon as we got through the front gate, a familiar voice called out to the hare. Just like he'd been doing for the last couple of days, Alexander was waiting just outside before class to walk with us to school. And of course, Aki is beyond fucking happy about this. No fucking sense of reality with that one. And no one's gonna call him on it because he just gets away with every fucking little thing. Whether that came from his own protectiveness over Keisuke, his desire to do his job, even during a suspension, or a remaining feeling of mistrust over me, the final result was still the same. Good morning, Alex-san. Morning, Alex. I see you're back in your uniform. Yes, my suspension ended yesterday, so I'm back at work on an official capacity. As if that changed anything. You're still skulking about even when you weren't at work. But now it means that he's going to be sent with us on the trip. Oh, God. Alex peers down at me, ever so slightly raising an eyebrow upon hearing the noise I made. I think I'm finally getting the hang of reading this guy's facial expressions. Is something the matter? Nothing important. I was just thinking to myself that it's good to see you in your uniform again. For some reason, the idea of you in casual clothes just doesn't seem right to me. What? There's nothing wrong with Alex being in everyday clothes. They look good on him. I helped pick some of them. And everything. You even dress your workers up when they're off work? Damn, Keisuke, he's your bodyguard, not your dress-up doll. Actually, for once, I believe you and I are in agreement. We are? For once. It feels good
to be in my uniform again.
Dear God. First the refusal to stop working, even after being suspension. That'd be being suspended. And now this unbridled joy at being back on the job. You're an even worse workaholic than Shoichi and Keisuke combined. And yeah, that look on his face is unbridled joy. Or at least the closest to it that I have seen him get, at least.
Shall we be on our way? You don't want to be late. You don't want to be late for class, do you?
Late? We're leaving 40 minutes early.
Very well. I'll amend my words. You don't want to be late for being early for class, do you?
Hey, I say that sometimes too.
Truly. Interesting.
Just walk. Keisuke practically forces us out of the gate, pushing us forward until we start walking, starting us on our path to school. The faint smile that I'd noticed when he first showed up remains on Alexander's face the entire time.
What of your packing? Do you have everything you need for your trip?
You brought him 3 bags full of stuff. That should be more than enough.
Is that so? Will that be enough?
I think so. At least as far as clothing and necessities are concerned. Although I might need some new insoles for my shoes. Insoles? Yes. I was going to replace my shoes entirely before, well, you know what happened. Because of that, it didn't bother me as much that the insoles were getting too worn. But the shoes I use aren't the kind I can buy anymore.
Oh. That is true.
In which case, new insoles should suffice. The shoes themselves are fine. The only problem is that the insoles are wearing unevenly. That's the kind of thing you can buy separately, right? I think I've seen it in stores before. It is. Don't worry so much. I got a new pair of insoles for my shoes just last week, actually. Good. In that case, you know what my shoe size is. Can you get me some new insoles later, Alex?
I am fairly certain that I'll be run ragged today. Partly as added punishment now that I'm back to work, and partly because I need to get some tasks. I need to get to some tasks that piled up in my absence.
Oh, so you won't have time, huh?
Fret not. I will find the time. I will get you your insoles before your trip.
Huh. Well, thanks, Alex. You're a lifesaver. Oh, come on, it's just insoles. Even if yours are wearing unevenly, how bad can they really be? You're the guy that used to buy new socks after using a pair once. Just how worn out can your shoes have really gotten? By the way, Alex-san.
Just Alex is fine. I am well aware of how strange my foreign name sounds when paired with your language's honorifics. Besides, as I am merely a servant, I am one of the lowest rank and import in this group. You don't need to show me so much difference.
That is such a weird thing to say. Before I have a chance to say them, Keisuke practically rips the words out of my mouth, except that his voice is weirdly high-pitched and funny when he says it. Okay, that is such a weird thing to say! Yeah, trying to use his voice but pitched up.
It is.
Talk like a normal person for the love of everything that is holy!
Everything that is holy, huh? I didn't know your time away from home turned you religious.
Stop being so literal. You're only doing this to annoy me.
Oh? And what leads you to believe that?
I know you.
So you lack evidentiary support.
You're not a lawyer. You say you know he's only doing this to screw with you, but you keep letting him. It's not my fault. Except it kinda is. There's no one else involved in this outside the two of you. Changing the subject a little, but will you be going to Keisuke-san's competition too? Here it is. Oh, really? Really, really, really? I did not expect that.
Sadly, no. Keisuke doesn't tend to like when I tag along to such events.
Oh, how come? It's hard enough to avoid standing out as is once people hear my last name. I don't need a bodyguard following me around, especially one that calls so much attention to himself.
I'll have to disagree with you on that. I don't call that much attention to myself.
Have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately? Not only do you look super foreign, you're also huge.
I could hunch over to try to make myself look shorter.
Oh sure, because that wouldn't make you look weird at all.
Very well. I will stay away after all.
Not to be annoying or anything, but isn't it a bit unsafe for someone like you to be going all the way out of town on your own? I'm all for you having your freedom, but that just sounds like a prime time to target you. Just because Alex isn't going with me doesn't mean I won't be supervised. It doesn't.
The company would simply utilize other assets to make sure Keisuke's safety is guaranteed.
Assets? That sounds ominous. Relax. He just means they'd post some less conspicuous bodyguards around me to work undercover. It'd hardly be the first time they do so. In fact, I'm pretty sure that we've been tailed by them at least a few times before without you noticing. What?
You do not think Keisuke's security would be left solely to me, did you? When it comes to someone of his importance, there needs to be certain assurances. The more points of failure required before something can be done to him, the better.
That's terrifying. Oh, stop. You don't need to keep looking over your shoulder all the time. But what if there's someone following us right now?
Even if they were, they would not interact with you. It would defeat the purpose of them being undercover in the first place.
You mean you don't know if we're being followed or not?
I am not informed of the presence or absence of other bodyguards. However, I do have it on good authority that we are not currently being followed. At least, not closely, anyway.
How do you know?
I am very good at my job.
Alex is very good at sniffing out potential stalkers. It's why he works so closely to me in the first place.
Of course, he does not mean it literally. I do not use my nose to find them. At least not often, anyhow.
Please tell me you're screwing with me. Would you feel better if I did? Yes.
He is screwing with you.
I don't know what to believe now. The look on your face is priceless. You're awful. I hate this. I keep glancing over my shoulder the entire rest of the way to school. That only makes you look more suspicious, by the way. These are bodyguards, not assassins. That's not going to make you look good to Alex. Because he already distrusts you, and now you're making it look like you don't trust the other bodyguards. I'm not saying you shouldn't be paranoid, because this whole family is full of fucked up people, but like, yeah, it's gonna make you look like you are distrustful of the security trying to keep Keisuke safe, which makes you look like a threat to Keisuke. I'm not saying that's a right assumption, but like, yeah. Alex is probably just gonna take that wrong, is what I'm saying. Now I have one more reason to be paranoid. This isn't great for my sanity.
We have arrived. As usual, I shall leave you be from here on out.
I hope you have a good day too, Alex. Yeah, have a good day.
Now, shall we get you to school, little one?
Of course! Alexander and Aki turn around after waving us goodbye, continuing on their way down the street. Ever since the first time Aki had been walked to school by him, he'd been insisting that Alexander keep doing it every single day after dropping us off. Really? Do you think you could give me a piggyback ride?
Are you not a little old for that sort of thing?
But I want to see what it's like to see the world from that high up.
I shall consider it.
Yay! God damn it. Man, that guy is surprisingly good with kids. Does Alexander have children at all? No. He came to work for us when he was about our age, and as far as I know, he hasn't had the time for anything like that. Doesn't that mean your answer is more, I don't know? Can you really say that he doesn't, categorically? I guess not, but I doubt we'd have known each other this long without it coming up. If you say so, he's just suspiciously good with kids. He wasn't always. He tended to get flustered a lot more often. He did? Alex started working for us when I was a child, and the transition was anything but seamless. We both had to know how to get along with each other. Huh. So you're saying he learned how to deal with kids from dealing with you? Something to that effect, yes. I suppose that makes sense. Did he ever give you a piggyback ride? Yes. And? You got your answer. What? You can't just say yes and not tell me more. Can't I? Just watch. Keisuke turns around and promptly walks off, leaving me frozen in place, trying to comprehend everything that just happened for a second. I mean, what more are you trying to get out of that? Well, he gave him a piggyback ride. What else? What the fuck else are you gonna get out of that? Like, what was it like? It was a fucking piggyback ride. Have you never had one before? It was exactly what you expect. You rode on someone's shoulders from way up high. Woo! Crazy! What the fuck else are you... What the fuck? Keisuke, wait up! A few minutes later, after saying farewell to each other, Keisuke headed to his classroom while I headed to mine. Once I'm settled in, I start rifling through my notebooks, making sure I didn't forget to do any work while checking my notes before the start of class. Being a good student is kind of boring. At first, it would feel like a chore having so much stuff to catch up on, having to make more thorough notes, being careful and timely with my homework, etc. But now that I'm caught up on everything, it feels like there's nothing left to do. Give my notes a cursory read and find myself that I have the words memorized for pretty much all of them. I know I've always been good at learning new things, but this feels a bit much, doesn't it? What the hell am I supposed to do for the next 20 or so minutes before class starts? Cue June to come in. Oh, okay. The phone, I guess, okay. Consider going on my phone and trying to find some kind of distraction, but I wonder what. I guess I can bug Shuichi and Saya for a bit. They're both early risers, so I'm sure they've been here for even longer than I have. Oh, Jesus. Oh, there's a conversation. Oh, the conversation's happening. Whoa, hey, yo, stop, chill. I'm not skipping. This just is... I'm not skipping through this conversation. It's just happening automatically. I'm not reading. Okay. I didn't get to read the top part yet. Things are okay over here. A lot of motherfucker. This is pissing me off, bro. You're pissing me off. Will you stop? Stop it. I want to read it. Things are okay. A lot of... Stop it. God damn. It started the goddamn... Motherfucker. Stop. It's not... It's just... It sends it down to the... This was fucking obnoxious. Okay. In case you didn't pick up on what the hell just happened, when it opened up the phone, it started with like a bunch of these messages already on the screen, and it just automatically was sending messages by itself. It would give a little pause where it said so and so was typing, but for only like half a second, way faster than any person would be typing. And so I didn't have enough time to read this giant ass text box up here and catch up before anyone happened. And it was automatically sending messages. And every time a message would pop up, it would automatically down to the bottom. It would automatically scroll to the bottom of the text. So I couldn't go back and read anything before it would shoot down to the bottom of the fucking text box. It would scroll down. So I'd try to scroll back up to fucking finish it up so I could see what was happening. And it would just fucking go back down to the bottom. That was obnoxious. And this needs to be re-fucking tooled. This was fucking annoying, bro. Good idea. Good concept. I like the little inclusions. But the timing needs to be reworked on this, and don't make it scroll all the way to the bottom automatically. That's just fucking obnoxious. Don't take away control from the player on this. But anyway, what does it say now that I'm allowed to read it? Things are okay over here. A lot of student council members got her early, so we made a run for the building. Only fell once, but I'm fine. Be careful, you idiot. Not an idiot. Don't be rude. What the fuck? Yo, you at school yet? Mm-hmm. Was that an SC meeting? SC? Student Council. Nice, he did a typo fix. Oh, fuck. Is this a bad time? Language. Really? Fucking really? And it's fine. I wouldn't be texting if I were still in a meeting. Oh, so it's all good? Yeah. Why? Do you need anything? I'm bored. Dots. Wow, modern technology sure is amazing. I can practically hear you sighing through text. Our classes are right next to each other. Not afraid to go slap some sense into you. When you do, can you bring me a soda? Dots. Have you finished packing for the trip? Yeah, this morning. Are you coming over to Maru to cheer for us? Sorry, can't. I have some late homework I need to finish. Dad says I can't go on a trip until I do. Sorry. Hey, it's no SWAT. You've been to every competition of mine since 6th grade. It's fine. That's not how you write sweat. Priorities! Oh, well, it's disappointing that he can't go, but that sucks. Fuck Shuichi's dad. That horrible dad. And there we go. That's what we were trying to read. And now I'll move on from this. So Shuichi can't come, huh? That's fair, I guess. His dad has been extra hard on him this year since we're supposed to graduate and all. He's probably on him harder than ever to make sure he keeps his grades up and is prepared for his entrance exams. Still, kind of sucks. I don't remember the last time I've taken part in a competition without Shuichi there to cheer for me. It's gonna feel weird, that's for sure. Is Shuichi messaging me again? Oh god, please. Oh god. Okay, hanging out with Junkum Storm just started a few minutes. Oh, okay. It was short. Good. Oh, thank God. Okay, so these are old messages. So can you have like a date break so you can tell me, like, you don't need to read these? Because on normal texting, there's like a break, like where it shows the dates. Because I now remember, like in the other ones, those are like older texts at the top, but I was still trying to read them. I didn't know not to read them. And so, yeah, these are, yeah. But Keikun just told me. What's this about you only doing your packing this morning? I told you to cut that crap out. What? Well, really? That's your character inclusion? Just to... Wow. Really feeling the love from friendship. Go fuck yourself. What? Saya? What the hell, Keisuke? You sold me out. You sold me out. You sold me out. The cheat. Tell him you sold me out. You sold me out. I mean, sure, I didn't ask you to keep it a secret, but still. Here we go. Let's try to keep up this time. That's fine. I got all my stuff packed just in time. You said you forgot your toothbrush. I didn't. Saya's typing. Boy, don't test me. I'm not sharing your towels or toothbrushes with you oh, God damn it. I'm not sharing it. I'm not sharing towels or toothbrushes with you ever again. You hear me? No one asked you to. Get off my back. What about you, Miss Prepared? Did you ever get everything done in time? Yeah, just finished packing last night. How is that better? Don't you yell at me. Then stop being annoying. You're not my mother, Dots. Fine. Fuck. I hate this. I'm gonna go buy some grip tape and get some other necessities later today. You better not ask to borrow anything from me. Yeah, whatever. Stop nagging. Yeah, seriously. Stop nagging. Also, you should just help if someone needs help. Like, I get that you've probably dealt with this a bunch, but like, if someone is bad at something, you don't help them improve by bitching them out. Like, actually try to help them. Just being mean isn't a good solution. Also, packing last night is better than packing the morning of. So Benjamin isn't 100% right either with this line. How is that better? That is better. But don't you yell at me over text. That's just dumb. Anyway, I haven't needed to borrow stuff off you since we were in middle school. Oh... Might have been a good thing for her to mention going by the store later to buy tape or other gear. I've been running out. Not to mention the fact that I haven't had my rackets restringed in at least a month or so. The tension's been feeling a little off recently, but I kept forgetting to change them. I could get it done this afternoon. I only have 3 rackets, so it wouldn't take that long. Just to be safe, I think I'll go to a different store than usual this time, though. I think I annoyed Saya enough to the point that she might try to make me swallow my cart if I'd show up there to buy stuff after telling her I didn't need it. Really? I don't enjoy this. Not the whole game, just that. The Saya dynamic of loving abuse. It's not charming, it's not cool, it's not friendly, it's not fun. It's not good. Just to be safe, I think we're going to try looking up a few nearby stores. I think calling them up to see if they have time to redo the strings in my rackets. The last thing I need is to try bouncing around from store to store and ending up late. That would pretty much guarantee that Saya would kill me. Just go to your regular fucking store, man. Fuck whatever, man. This one store seems good. Now for that kind of service, and they have good reviews on it. Just to make sure, I'll ask them to work on one of my rackets, and I'll check the quality of their work after. If it's good enough, I'll have them do the other 2. Get up from my chair, heading for the door. I can make a call before class starts, and hey, it's June. Whoa! As soon as I reach for the handle, the door flies open. Next thing I know, I have someone bumping into my chest. That's where you going. You could hurt someone. But Benjamin-san? Do you know any other Shiba Inus? I know Akiyoshi-kun and your mom. In our class. Oh, then no. Lacey seems to be in a good mood. Are you going somewhere? I'm stepping outside to make a phone call. Excuse me. Okay. I quickly get past June, not wanting to waste time. I don't want to risk the bell ringing while I'm on the phone. That would be a stupid way to get in trouble if a teacher caught me right then. A few minutes later. Alright, I got lucky. They even booked me in for right after class. That way I don't risk someone dropping by before me and not having the time to get to my rackets. To get to my racket, sorry. When I get back to my seat, I look at the tiger sitting next to me as if he seems to be sketching. And here I thought you were studying. I was almost surprised. Nah, I'm writing down some of my melody ideas. I'm trying to compose a song. Melodies? Yeah, this is sheet music, see? Those chicken scratches are sheet music? From where I stand, it looks more like a bunch of googly-eyed flying things or whatever. That's interesting. Actually, I have 3 different melodic lines so far. Could you tell me which one you think sounds better? Sure. June starts humming a few different melodies. Each one of them is no more than 30 seconds or so long, but they all seem somewhat different. Truth be told, while they sound different, I have no clue what to even say about them. They're so short, how do you even pick one? They all sound pretty good to me. You don't have a favorite? Not really. They're different from each other, but they all have a similar vibe, at least to me. That's kind of the point. What kind of song is this even supposed to be, anyway? Piano song. I'm gonna need a little more than that to go on. That's, supposed to be a sad song? Holy mother of descriptions, your vocabulary is frightening. Yeah, that doesn't help either. Can't you, I don't know, actually describe that in a way that makes sense? It's not my fault you don't know musical terms. I'm trying to dumb it down so you can understand. There's a difference between dumbing it down and butchering it. Whatever it is you're trying to do, it ain't working. Sorry, I don't think I can help you with this. Fine. I'll try asking Keisuke-san later instead. Actually, yeah, why are you asking me about this kind of technical stuff? Probably for the best. You could probably try asking him after class. I think he'll stick around for a while to square away some stuff with his band, so we won't be heading home together. I guess. But wait, what will you be doing then? I'm gonna head to a sporting goods store to pick up some last-minute stuff I might need. Do some maintenance on my rackets. They're the ones I called when I stepped out of the room a few minutes ago. Oh, I guess that makes sense. By the way, can you tell me what time you guys' match starts tomorrow? I need to know when to get up so I can make the train. You sure? You don't have to come. I know it's a school day and everything. Like that would stop me from going. I know you're not that focused on your studies, but please care. At least a little bit. At least pretend. Pretty please. I'll text you the information. Thanks! Actually, I could try asking Aki if he doesn't mind going with you. I know he mentioned possibly going with some of his club mates on the bus, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind going with you. Are you sure? I wouldn't want to be a bother. Honestly, I don't think he'd have a preference either way, but I can try asking him myself if you want to make sure. That'd be nice. There, that should do it. This is all garbled. Oh, right. Yours isn't a smartphone. I guess you can't open that kind of file format. Boo. Just give me a second. I'll write it down for you. God knows you'd probably forget it if I didn't. I don't even want to imagine you getting lost on your way there. I really don't need to be getting a panicked phone call right before one of my matches telling me that you're lost and need rescued. Pretty sure you'd start talking to me in technical terms. I wouldn't understand any of it. Okay, now we're good to go. Thanks. June takes the paper, giving it a cursory read until... Oh man, the matches start at 10? I'm gonna have to wake up really early to catch the train, and... Not really. If you get on the 8 a.m. bus, that should give you enough time. Like I said, you don't have to. I'm coming. End of discussion. Okay, fine. Won't nag. God knows I get enough of that from Sai. I don't need to pass it along. long, like some kind of chain of nagging.
I'll make sure to check this out later. I'm gonna get back to my sheet music now, alright?
Sure, good luck with your sketching.
Sheet music!
After some brief pouting, June goes back to work on his chicken scratch music thingamajig. It's a little boring having nothing to do while he does that, but I try not to disturb him, lest I send him back into a bad mood once more. Hey, thank goodness we skipped the school day.